Hello YouTube, EDDBUD here. You may remember me from programmes such as Hot Cross Buns, and Man plus Shoes equals the road to happiness. But today I've got the next episode of The Running News for you. It's the show that aims to bring a balanced diet of shoe happenings and running related content direct to your head top. Something like that anyway. If you're enjoying the channel, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications of when new videos are launched, and hit that like button. So story one today is the launch of Asics' new eco-friendly line of shoes. It's the Edo Era eco-friendly shoe line. So they aim to further reduce their carbon footprint, that's not a joke by the way, by introducing this new line of shoes and packaging. The Nova Blast and the Glide Rider in there, and amongst other models they're going to utilise much more economical uppers, the fibres of which are going to be provided by recycled bottles. It's not just the shoes either that are going to be eco-friendly and more sustainable, but also the packaging. The boxes themselves are going to be 100% recycled materials and also use much less materials, so I think they're going to probably shrink the boxes a little bit. Certainly some of the Asics boxes I've had, you can store all sorts of things in there. A few meals, maybe a small set of garden tools, possibly even some DVDs that you don't watch anymore. In fact, that's where my DVDs might have gone. I might have put them in one of these shoe boxes. So all of that equals better sustainability, and that's only going to benefit the earth. I think it's become very apparent recently that we need to start doing that a lot more. I've seen a lot of those pictures from various countries around the world, and the lack of pollution because of the minimised use of transport. So well done Asics, what a great thing to be doing right now. I think they're also going to change up the ink that's used on the boxes as well. So it's going to be a lot more eco-friendly. I think these are set to launch in June or July of 2020. And then more models are going to become available over the next few months. So I might just hold out on the Nova Blast for the time being and see if I can pick up one of these eco-friendly versions. They could call it the Eco Blast. That would be better. Hey, think about it Asics, the Eco Blast. It could be completely green, like the colour of bushes and trees and various local fauna. Before we get to story 2, it's time for a weather report with our man on the ground.
Yo, what's going on everybody? Kofuzi here with the weekly weather check. Currently rainy and a bit chilly outside, but the weather should be clearing up for some clear skies and some warmer temps later in the week, so should have some fantastic running weather this week. Back to you, Ed.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mike. It's much appreciated. Sure, I've seen that bloke before somewhere. I think he likes shoes. I think he likes shoes a lot. So story 2 revolves around the London Marathon. There were loads of runners, certainly locally, who did their own marathons when they would have been taking part at the weekend. Sadly, obviously, the London Marathon's been postponed until October. I think it's the 4th of October. People took to their local streets and parks and even trails to reach their goals and get that marathon under their belts they've been training hard for many, many weeks. Well done to all of you guys. Just make sure you rest up and eat lots of ice cream. Though sadly, in similar fashion to the Tokyo Marathon that took place a few months ago, it does appear though the London Marathon may be restricted to elites only when it does take place in October. The press recently spoke to the race director Hugh Brasher, and he did mention that the 4th of October date could be an elite only event. It does appear that they're looking at all sorts of different ways of getting this marathon done, and that might be one of them. Be kind of sad if that is the case for all those non-elite runners. Of course, we have to consider the most important things in life at the moment, which are making sure that the spectators, the runners and all the officials are safe. And you can imagine that at the moment that presents a logistical nightmare. It just wouldn't be possible right now with the current social distancing measures that are in place. With Germany banning large gatherings until the 24th of October, it will be interesting to see what other methods that the London Marathon organisers do come up with to try and get the event happening. Let's hope it does. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Sorry, all newsreaders seem to do that, so I thought I'd better do it as well. Story number 3, there's a new Nike shoe out that nobody really knew anything about. It's a new version in the React lineup, the Phantom Run Flyknit 2. What a great name, the Phantom Run. Perhaps they should have delayed it until November time. They could have released it as a special Halloween shoe. So this one does seem to be equipped with fly wires over the top of the foot to provide a little bit more lockdown. There doesn't appear to be any laces there. It's kind of fly wires embedded into the actual top section of the shoe. What a strange innovation. You know I like my innovations. There's 3 layers of upper on this one. I do recall seeing the previous iteration of this shoe, and I know a lot of people complained. The early adopters said that it just really wasn't that great a lockdown over the top of the foot, and it didn't really work out too well. It just really lacked any real lockdown, and it wasn't really a great running shoe. I think some people pick them up as a more casual sort of shoe. But I'm interested to see how the flywires work out here. I'm glad they haven't dumped flywires. I really quite like the implementation of those in the Pegasus 35, the 36, and the 35 Turbo as well. They're quoting a 10mm drop on the Phantom Run Flyknit 2, and I think there's going to be a couple of different colorways on launch. I think launch might even be towards the end of the week. I think they're going to drop it. It's there, it's ready, so why not get it out to people? There's a black, red and white version, and then also another one that's black and white. That latter version there, the black and white one, certainly looks like something a stormtrooper might wear to keep fit.
Set to stun.
No word on the release of that one yet, although price I think is around about £120. So do look out for that. It's probably going to drop within the next couple of weeks possibly. Story 4, again I'm on the eco-friendly sustainable tip. Shoe company Allbirds are moving into the running shoe market. They've got a shoe set for release called the Tree Dasher. What another great name. I'm glad that people are using their imaginations a little more and coming up with some cool names for these shoes. The Tree Dasher. Kind of sounds like one that you could use in some sort of assault course type event. This shoe's apparently got a very low carbon footprint. They've kind of minimised everything in terms of materials and delivery of the shoe to make it as eco-friendly as possible. There's a mesh upper, and some early reviewers have said it's very breathable, and interestingly it can be machine washed as well. That's typically something that I wouldn't do or recommend with a running shoe, but I have seen sneaker repair and restoration channels doing it without any problems and being very successful too. I watched one the other day where they got a Jordan 5 I think it was, and washed it and regenerated it? What? They washed it and reconstructed it. It was a real work of art. It was quite amazing. A few people have reported strange sizing with this shoe. Perhaps that's something to do with the upper, I don't know, but they said that half sizes did seem to be very large in terms of the increase of size. So just something to bear in mind, I guess. There's a price point of £120, which is a fair amount. I've just picked up the Hyperion Tempo for 140, so it's got to do the business for £120 really. It's perhaps a little bit too much for some people to gamble on. Could be one, perhaps we wait for a few more reviews and a few more opinions and thoughts to come out about it before we take a chance. It's certainly a good ethical idea though, one we can all champion. I think there's 4 different colourways. One of them is called Geyser, the others are called Thunder, Flame and Cyclone. The running news today, we've got the best shoe names ever, right? So those 4 colourways available right now, I believe. Another great thing, the midsole is actually made of sugarcane. Never thought I would end up saying that, but it's true. And apparently you just have to remove the insoles and the laces to be able to wash the shoe. On a cold setting, of course. You don't want to kind of boil it or anything like that. So do check that one out from Allbirds, the Tree Dasher. Okay, that's all the running news for this week. If you've got any interesting running news, please let me know in the comments below. Remember to hit that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications of when new videos are launched. Hit that like button, share this video with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you